Imagine if you went into a car yard and you couldn't tell you anything about the car. We're selling the product. You should know it.
The reason salespeople, they tend to be fake is because they are not confident, they're not experienced enough, they're never people that last long term.
He effectively said, I don't know if people are going to understand or get you. So I thought, I'm going to prove you wrong. That's my strength, is that maybe I am different to everyone else. I can still be me and do everything the way I think it should be done ethically and get good results.
You don't need to be a dodgy salesperson to get business. So just a mindset that a young person get into the industry thinking, I need to be like this person in order for me to get results, where you don't. It's just a lack of skills, confidence, and practice.
This is really what I want to do. I've burnt the boats. There's no turning back. This is where I want to go.
Mark Lowe, thank you so much for coming in, mate.
Thank you for having me, Perry.
Appreciate your time, mate. We're neighbours here in Paddington, are we?
Yeah. I'm in Lowe, you're in Paddington, so
there you go.
Nice and close.
Mate, amazing. Thank you. I wanted to ask you, how long have you been in real estate?
It's 24 years.
24 years.
Yeah. So.
Mate, you look good.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Not as good as you.
Yeah, look at my hair. There you are. 24 years, mate, you look great. Kids, family?
Yeah, I've got a 6 and a 9-year-old. Yep.
6 and a 9 years old. Okay, so you literally went through the stages of starting real estate, evolving real estate, having a family within the industry. You went through all the stages.
Yeah, so it's been a good journey. I still feel like I've got a lot of cylinders left to tap into. The engine's running off about 3. I think I can get that pumping a few more cylinders for sure.
Wow. Okay, mate, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
So let's start. You now, of course, you operate in the East.
Yep.
Actually focus Paddington, Wallara and surroundings.
Yep.
But you didn't start here.
No.
I would love to start. So you're from the Shire, is that correct?
Correct, yeah. I grew up in Tarrant Point, Miranda, just on the fringe there, and it was a good upbringing. I still got my best mates from primary school are still my best mates today. So it's pretty amazing.
Nice. Yeah. Brothers, sisters?
I've got one sister. She's in the UK. She actually works for Stella McCartney.
Yes.
As a production manager.
Yes.
And my other sister's in Canada, Vancouver. But she's a half sister. She was from my actual father's first marriage.
You're the only Sydney.
I'm the only
Sydney boy left in the family. They all ran away. Wow.
That's the last of the Mohicans.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. And how did it all start 27 years ago? What got you into 24? So yep. 24 years ago. How everything started?
Yeah, mate, I did work experience. So as you do in year 12, you're trying to figure out where you want to go, what you want to do professionally or as a career. And I did work experience at a friend of my father's real estate agency. His name was Peter Clistel. He had a big strata company.
Yeah.
But under that strata business, which was the main source of revenue there, he had a property management division, a sales division, and a valuation division.
Yeah.
So I was lucky enough to kind of get a little bit of a snippet of all of it and kind of think, okay, well, what do I resonate with within that business? And so that's effectively how I ended up in real estate.
In real estate. Evaluation division as well.
Yeah.
24 years ago.
24 years ago, yeah.
It's pretty good.
And whilst working, so after I did work experience, I did the diploma, which you have to obviously with real estate. And then I studied 2 years part-time. So I was working at Clistel's. I ended up getting a job there. And I did 2 years at night studying land valuation. So effectively I'm an unqualified valuer, or an unregistered valuer, I should say, not unqualified. But that helped me a lot with, you do construction, obviously valuation, value farms, you got to learn about cows, cattle, all these things. And you think, okay, well, how's that relevant? But it just gives you a very broad view of real estate.
Yeah.
And I don't know if a lot of people get that because they're only working in such a small hub of what they're doing.
Yeah.
My knowledge got expanded pretty quickly at an early age.
Is an incredible knowledge to have, especially buyer's agency. We buy a lot for investors. Is a very, very good knowledge to have.
100%.
And I'm surprised often when I speak with real estate agents that they actually lack of that. They're actually great salespeople. I'm not talking about everyone, let's clarify, but there are sometimes I'm surprised that I see few real estate agents that just they focus on the sales, which is their job, but I believe gaining some good valuation knowledge is gonna increase that that foundational base when you pitch people to sell a house.
Without a doubt. Like if you ask a lot of people, what the average mortgage rate is or loan, terms, ask them about, how to build a house, start from the footings up. They probably can't tell you, right?
Yes.
That's the reality of it. Imagine if you went into a car yard and he couldn't tell you anything about the car.
Yeah.
And you were trying to sell it.
Yeah.
Because you had a great energy.
Yeah.
Like I think if there is a little bit of a fundamental flaw, I think construction should be taught in that diploma, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I did 2 blocks of construction, and it's good. I think we're selling the product.
Yeah.
You should know it.
Do you still use that 100%. When you go? Yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
And people value that.
Yeah, look, I don't think it's hard for a consumer to choose an agent. We all look fairly similar on the surface, right?
Yeah.
We're charging a fee, giving them the same marketing plan, but I think, I probably tend to attract like people that are a little bit more detailed, like they ask a lot more questions.
Yes.
I seem to resonate with those people because they test you on those levels.
Yes.
But not everyone does, some people just want you to send through a 1-page email of what your fees are, what your average sale price is, blah, blah, blah. But,
yeah.
No,
I like it. That's amazing. Okay. So you start working in this place, you got some good knowledge, and you were working part-time, and after that, what happened?
Yeah, so then I went into the property management team, just like a letting clerk, but I was kind of the everything kid. I was dropping mail, helping put for sale signs up, and running the valuation team around, helping a file. But then, effectively I was just doing PM work, property management work, and then Peter ended up selling the rent roll to Riches and Wrench. And at the time, he effectively said, look, what do you want to do? I can probably try and slot you in somewhere else, or you can kind of go and do your own thing. I said, mate, I really appreciate the start. I'm going to set my sail and head in a different direction. So thank you. And I was very grateful because he didn't have to give me a start, even though he was a mate of my father's, but he did. And, it was just a start.
Yeah.
And I think that's what every young agent is out there needing, to get someone to go, hey, I'll give you a go.
Yeah.
And I did appreciate that.
Nice. Okay. And after that, you went to Rockdale?
Yeah. So then I was a big German guy. You can cut this out, but Walter Herman was his name. I don't know if that business still exists or not. Probably not today, but and I managed 150 on my own there. Yeah. Which that was pretty easy for me. I felt like management, and then I did find there was like gaps of time because. So myself and one of my colleagues at the time, Nelson, we just prospect for new managements. Right. Which was pretty...
So you were calling people to say, hey, move to us.
Effectively. And we were letterbox dropping and doing things like a salesperson. Yeah. But for property management.
Got it. So you grew the rent roll?
We were trying to, yeah.
Nice.
We were pretty actively trying to do that. Yep.
Nice. Okay. You did that for a few years?
Yep. I did that for almost a year, and then Nelson, who was my colleague, he lived in the eastern suburbs, and he was bringing in the web recruiter and showing me all these amazing houses. And, it was interesting. Like I remember we went for a drive. We had dinner one night. We went for a drive around Eastern. Anyway, I just came to the conclusion I needed to make the shift, like while I was in my early 20s or very early 20s.
Yeah.
So, I guess the next week I sent out 30 fax. It wasn't email. It was actually fax at the time.
Oh, wow.
Faxing
CVs. Yeah.
30 of the agencies that I admired at that point in time.
Yeah.
And, then chased them all up with phone calls and got 4 interviews and ended up at Century 21 in Randwick.
Got it. And you were property manager there?
I took a property management position there. I was there for a couple of years, and I was pushing Jack at the time to give me a job in sales.
Yeah.
And I told him that that's where I wanted to head.
Yeah.
But he effectively said to me, look, I think there's a few people ahead of you, so you've got a bit of time to wait. And then secondly, you don't have a network in the eastern suburbs, so you're going to find it hard to create clients.
Yeah.
And then he said, thirdly, you're Asian. And he said, I don't mean this, but he effectively said, I don't know if people are going to understand or get you because, like, obviously you talk well, but so I thought, I'm going to prove you wrong. Like, I think that's my strength, is that maybe I am different to everyone else, but that's what set me apart. So I thought,
that's a great story. Okay. And I'm going to go back into this. And after that, you start hunting for a sale, or what happened after?
I started asking the guys. I'd do some calls, like after I'd finished my property management stuff on the weekend, I'd ask Nelson or Etienne if I could do some calls for them. So I started doing some calls for Nelson. And then I think what happened, there was a couple of, I started interviewing kind of like this, right?
Yeah.
I just call up agents that I thought were kind of getting listings that I wanted to get. I'd go and sit down with them and have a coffee. I think they always thought I was coming to get a job.
Yeah.
They'd go, do you have your CV? And I'd go, no, I just wanted to find out.
Pick your brain.
Yeah,
that's what I'm doing. Yeah, nice.
So it was interesting. Yeah, I bet not every agent ended up taking up the coffee, but
he's a numbers guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you sat down with you picked up a couple of things from them, and you applied until you got the first listing.
So after property management, so taking a quick step back, I ended up I waited for a position. I met a guy, Damien, who I Bickmore Hut.
Yeah.
And I waited 6 months actually to get a job there. It doesn't exist now, but it's called the Bickmore Hut Agency.
Yeah.
And I ended up taking a role with his brother, Ben.
Yeah.
Who, I think, he's still operating. I think he's in Bell Property in Maroubra.
Got it.
But they were great guys to start with in sales. That was my first sales role.
Right.
So like proper sales, like as an associate. And it was the right time and place for me, because I always felt one thing that challenged me a little bit was ethics in this business, because there is a line there which a lot of people cross, some don't, but they showed me that you could do it without having to be I don't want to put this like as the wrong term, but like a bit of a dodgy real estate agent. That they still kept their ethics and still got the results and got the listings. And for me, that was such a great thing to see at an early age, because I think if I'd gone somewhere else or in a different direction, maybe that would have challenged my moral compass a little bit more, and maybe I changed direction.
Yeah.
Potentially, I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? But because they really, if anything, it fueled the furnace, because I was like, this is great. I can still be me and do everything the way I think it should be done ethically, and not and still get earn a good income.
Results. Yeah.
Yeah, and get good results without having to.
Man, that's so good what you're saying, is because in my theory is the reason salespeople, they tend to be fake, or they need to go through the not ethics practice, is because they are not confident, they are not experienced enough, and they are not good enough. Because in my eyes, the people they try to get the quick bucks, the short-term money, they're never people that last long-term. That's, and what is interesting, I'm sure the industry has evolved with years, is you started with these people and you said, wait a second, you don't need to be a dodgy salesperson to get business. Yeah. So just a mindset that a young person get into the industry thinking, okay, I'm in the industry, I need to be like this person in order for me to get results, where you don't. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's just a lack of skills, confidence, and practice. So after that, you came out like, wait a second, I can get a business, I can get results, and I don't need to compromise my ethics to get a business, so you can sleep well at night. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that big things, and a lot of people I face, they have a lot of limiting beliefs.
Yep.
Yes, like when I train or recruit new people, a lot of people saying, oh, I don't know this, or is it my accent, is it my face, is my ethnicity, is it because I'm a boy or as a girl, or gay, or whatever it is. So you mentioned that someone told you in your career, they say, hey, don't go into the eastern suburbs because you don't know anyone, and maybe you're a little bit Asian. That's what you received. You proved them wrong.
Yeah.
That's a great message out there.
Yeah, it was, I think that a bit of that, when someone challenges you with something, I'm pretty, I guess, of the mindset to prove them wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's always
fuel you more.
It does.
Yeah, you personally fuel. And you were telling me a story about you quit smoking. What's the story?
It's just a long time ago.
You got a few stories, mate. Yeah.
One of my bosses, challenged me to. It was when I was young. Used to smoke, and he said, "I bet you can't." Yeah, same guy that said you won't make it. Said that I couldn't quit for 12 months. And he bet me a couple of $100, and I took his money.
$200. You say if you quit smoking, and you did.
And I legitimately did. I did not break the agreement. I literally hung out for 12 months. I think I did like 18 months.
Without smoking.
Yeah.
And after that, you stick to it.
I did kind of fall back into it, but not. It was kind of like on and off, but it was more just to prove the point that I had control.
Yeah. You see, that's great. Sometimes the ego can play a good role. Sometimes,
It can. Yeah.
I love that. There you go. Are you teaching the same, I would say, habits or type of behavior to your kids?
Of course, yeah. I think it's important to have a moral compass and not be self-centered, think of others, a bit of empathy.
Yeah.
Look at the table from the other side,
Yeah.
You should be considerate. And those things, yeah. I want them to have good values,
Yeah.
growing up. And I think it's getting harder for young people. I was saying this to one of my colleagues, and they all give out trophies to every kid now. And you only learn from when you lose.
Yeah.
Well, not only learn, but you learn more from losing than when you win, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the right message, in my opinion. I'm sorry if I've offended anyone out there, but if my son kicks the ball and he's just mucking around, does something stupid, and I was like, come on, let's do it properly or something. I'd prefer, if I'm not teaching him to do something right instead of wrong, then who is, if I say every time he kicks the ball, yeah, that's great. Well done. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no lesson there.
Yeah, that's a good point. Practice makes perfect. No, perfect practice makes perfect. Means don't reward for the sake of give reward, to make them work for it.
Yeah, I think you've got to be a little bit tough on your kids. Look,
I like that.
I was brought up, my father, when I was 14, 9 months, and maybe this is where real estate came from. He said, look, if you don't get a job, I'll get you one. Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So literally we would deliver it. He'd get me up at 5 o'clock in the morning before school.
Yeah.
And we'd have to deliver this property magazine.
Literally at 14.
Yeah, 14, 9 months. That was the legal age to get a job. He said, if you don't like it, go and get another one. And bless his soul, like, he would get up with me every, 2 or 3 times a week. We'd have to do this paper run and do it with me. But you know what, like, that teaches,
a lot.
Great lesson. Because everything became a little bit easier from there. Because I was like, I'd be falling asleep in business class or something. And I thought, I don't want to do this anymore. So my next job, which I was just helping these guys in a factory, clean up after hours, and they're paying me cash to look after it, was so much easier because I didn't have to get up at 5 a.m. I'll just go there after school. So everything became easier after he made it.
Yeah.
So there's some great lessons.
Yeah. So would you say that habits they installed to you since you were young has been valuable now as you get older?
100%. And that's why, I try to instill the same things into
the kids.
Yeah.
Man, I like that. I'm having the first child in 2 weeks, so there you go. That's why I'm asking all this. Mate, that's amazing. Talking about habits, all right? So I'm sure you start in the industry, you start to have a bit of a taste of the sell, and now you need to have a kind of a habits, a schedule every day. Like me, I'm very habits driven. I need to do my 100, 120 calls a day in order for me to get it. That from the buyers. So what would you say was the first schedule that you said, all right, I need to stick to this in order for me to get 20, 30 sales, 40, 50 sales a year?
Yeah. Look, obviously, the phone is really where you got to bunker down and lock yourself into, So, probably start at a minimum of 200 calls a week you want to do. But I think as you get on in your career, that shifts a little bit as you build a team.
Yeah, now you're more established. But let's say a new real estate agent want to become a good, consistent sales agent. What would you say would be the daily schedule to stick to in order for them to get the first 20, 30, 40 sales a year?
Yeah, I would say, definitely a minimum of 200 calls a week.
Yeah.
I should be doing at least 40 a day, 20 in the morning, 20 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But I'd really be focusing on building relationships.
Yeah.
Right? That is the key, and you've got to really think a little bit selflessly. If you're looking at this as a long-term game, that's not going to pay dividends the minute just because you help someone for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It's a long game, and you have to have that mindset that this is something that I'm going to build over years, not weeks or months. It's going to be years. And you'll see the benefits or the return at that point. But I think you really have to expect nothing in the beginning and be happy to give everything. That's in my opinion. When I took on this business and I thought, you know what, this is really what I want to do. I've burnt the boats. There's no turning back. This is where I want to go. I thought, well, I've got to build relationships, because the house is the second part, right?
Yeah.
It's the person that you've got to win to get the listing.
Yeah.
I think people get caught up in, it's a phenomenal house. They forget about the person that actually owns it is the person you need to
serve. Yeah.
Looking after. So that fundamentally would be my message to any young lady or gentleman out there that's looking to start the business is make the calls, focus on building good relationships. Not everyone's going to pick up the phone and want to talk to you, but the ones that do, then you should be starting to build rapport with them.
Nice. For you, when you hire people coming to your team, what would you say the attributes that you're chasing? That they said, oh, this is a good girl, he's a good guy, this is... What do you look at?
Look, there's probably a few things. One, I want to see a little bit of their track record and get an understanding of that person. I think it's gotten easier as time has gone on because I do know what I want for each piece of my team. So it's a bit clearer. But I guess, for me, I do want someone who's got good morals. Obviously really wants to be in real estate. I think some people will say it, but then if you test them on a few points, like this, but if it kind of didn't work out, and I don't know, like you can kind of understand if they're really committed or not. And I think I'm very aware of that now, of finding people that really do want to
be there, do it long term. Nice. And when did you start to build a team? When you said, all right, I need an associate now. When did you?
Probably 15 years ago.
15 years ago.
Yeah, like I did, obviously when you're starting on your own, you're doing everything.
Yeah. When did you start on your own?
I was probably 25, 26.
Within an agency?
Within an agency, yeah.
Century 21 then?
I was at the Bickmore Hut agency.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was Ben's assistant, and then I stepped out on my own.
Yeah.
I went to Europe and then I stepped out on my own. Then, so I was probably there on my own for maybe a year.
Yeah.
I think. And then, moved to Di Jones, and it was on my own there.
Yeah.
But I guess the good thing about businesses had been built in a way where there was a marketing division, and so I didn't really have to do all of the...
Yeah, you can focus on the... Got it.
Yeah. I did, like there was a portion, like the letterbox drops and all that, you had to do yourself.
Yeah.
But the actual like putting things online or putting an ad together, there was people...
Got it. And when did you choose to move into Woollahra, Paddington and surroundings?
Yeah, I think... So when I moved to Di Jones...
They used to be here, the office.
Yeah, the original office was in Moncur Street.
Right.
Well, that might not be the original one, but when I was there, it was in Moncur Street where Ray White, but now it's Bressick Whitney.
Yes.
Was, there.
Yeah.
So I used to have the window looking onto Moncur Street.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
And so I was already kind of going on caravans, seeing everyone's listings.
Yeah.
When I was there, but long story short, I ended up at Ballard Property. I remember Clint saying to me, "Look, you know this market already because you were at Di Jones. Why don't you just bunker down?" And he just opened an office on Queen Street. So that's when I made the decision. Look, I'll just
let's focus on you.
Paddington, Woollahra. Yeah.
Very good. And after you moved with TRG, is that right?
Correct. Yeah.
How long ago?
So I was with Ballard, which is now Sotheby's, for 13 and a half years.
Yes.
And it's just come on 3.
13 years, 1-3.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And after you joined TRG?
And I joined TRG, it's been 3 years now with TRG.
Very good.
Yeah.
And now how many people you have in the team? 2, 3?
There's 3 of us, but we're looking to recruit.
Yeah.
To grow the team to 4. And then maybe by the end of the year, I might put another person on, just kind of working through. I just want to get the team right. I've got a lot clearer view now of what I want, and I think what will work best. Not so much what I want, but I think what will work best for the team. And
another couple of questions, I promise.
You're right, mate. Go for it.
The first one is, what's your day-to-day schedule now? Because when you're a solo agent, it's different when you're running a business, running a team, and what's your day-to-day look like at the moment?
So 3 days a week obviously train.
In the morning?
Yeah, like usually there at 4:15.
4:15?
Yeah.
Damn!
Because the kids get up then, like so.
Gym?
At the gym, yeah.
PT or solo?
Just solo, yeah.
Yeah.
So just at any time fitness. But yeah, but as I said, like I've probably been training weights since I was 15. So
Right.
that's just part of my routine. Not at 4:15. That's obviously when you have kids, you kind of got to make more room in different places of your life.
That's right.
But
you train for an hour.
Yeah, train for an hour.
Go back home.
Yeah.
Kids awake.
Stretch, 15 minutes of cardio, then straight into weights. Come back, meditate for 20 minutes.
You meditate every day?
Every day I go to the gym. Most days, yeah. Pretty much most days. Yep.
It's helpful to keep
calm.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just good. I find it's beneficial. Yeah.
How long have you been doing it? Meditation?
Meditating?
Yeah.
It was actually Clint we had like this guy come in, Matt Ringrose from Bondi Meditation. I don't know if you ever.
I think I know.
Yeah. And so we did a course. I was very skeptical, to be honest, at the time.
Yeah.
I thought we'd all be sitting around singing Kumbaya, holding hands. But
yeah.
After that course, like I don't know, like I thought, you know, there is something to this. And I think we had to do 30 days where it was 20 minutes twice a day. And after that, I just thought, you know what, you think that maybe it's a little bit weird or something, like, you know, standing there with your eyes closed in your car or something.
Yeah.
But I thought, you know what, if I'm going to do it, like if with anything really, if I'm going to do it, like I'll just do it properly. And if I don't see the benefit, then I drop it.
Yeah.
If I do, then I will continue with it. And
yeah.
So I have, yeah.
I love this. I try a few times, but I never stick to it.
Yeah.
It's more like to stay calm, focus. Like a lot of distractions, social media things, and messages, phone calls, and often has been helpful.
Yeah.
But the issue that I personally have is I need to stick to it. So you do 20 minutes every day, or you do twice a day?
And you can, like online, like on YouTube now, there's a lot of guided meditation.
Meditation, yeah.
Like if you start there without the silence, because sometimes your brain will race.
Yes.
But, that's how I still use them sometimes. Like if I feel like my brain's a bit...
All of it, yeah.
Like deals, vendor, who am I listening to?
Yes.
I'll use the guided ones because it sets the pace for you.
Got it.
It's like the pace car on a racetrack, you're just following it around.
Yeah.
Rather than you just trying to drive and control something.
Mate, I love it. Bondi Meditation, eh? I'm making them a call.
There you go. There's a free plug, Matt.
No, because that's my case.
Yep.
Train.
Yep.
Love my jiu-jitsu. I walk. I like my steps. And this, I don't know if I can call it meditation, but it's a very good time to actually...
Same thing, yeah. Because you're just going through things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you do your meditation. What time you get home?
Usually I don't leave the office till probably about 7 each night. Yep.
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
So the meditation you do after the gym, before...
So, after the gym, I meditate at home.
Yeah.
Eat breakfast. Generally in the office between 8. Depending if I drop the kids off at school, then because sometimes that's at 8:30.
Yeah.
I get to the office a little bit earlier. But my day's already started because I've already checked emails and
right.
Confirmed an appointment or whatever. So my day's kind of already started. So even if those things are coming, I've already kind of switched on or dialed.
Got it. How many sales appraisal, if it is the right term, you aim for every week? Do you have like a number, or roughly how many you need to do?
Yeah, it's generally like myself personally. Like I like to try and generate 3. Team probably generates between 2 and 3 each as well. So
Yeah.
it does then start compounding. Yeah, the week starts getting fairly fully booked.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's but yeah, we want to obviously be along that. Yeah.
Nice. And for people who want to aim for a higher purchase price, they want to get like a bigger home to sell, to buy, my case.
Yeah.
What would you say have you, because you sold some big terraces, you sold some big houses, what would you say is you found when you're dealing with these vendors, or what do you think is the tip that would you give to someone want to move into a higher purchase price?
I think you've probably got to focus on that market, and maybe there's something that I've got to look at in my own practice a little bit more, because if you look at my sales, they're quite, they probably range from 500,000 through to 24, 25 million.
Yeah.
But then, I think you do have to try and gain some consistency around that. But yeah, I guess, look, if you want to move up in the year, then you've got to focus on that stock. And,
right.
Yeah, make sure you keep tabs on, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, who owns it, who's buying it.
Yeah. Okay, so just focus on that type of market, stick to it. Like,
you got to understand who they are, like the demographic of that person.
Are they usually people they downsizing? The family, the kids left.
Sometimes, yeah, but I think you find there's common threads in our business.
Right.
Yeah, it could be age demographic, could be profession.
Yeah.
There's always generally a common thread.
Yeah. Nice. Mate, I love it. Okay, so let's finish on your day-to-day schedule. So, okay, you drop the kids home, you get to the office, you got your weekly target, you leave, you get home around 6:30, 7 p.m. Switch on the phone, or you still on?
Yeah, depending on what's on. But yeah, I try to make sure I've switched everything off by 8.
Yeah.
And then in bed and by 9, and try and clock out as quickly as
9
possible.
p.m.
Yep.
And every day you wake up at 4:15, or just the day that you go and train?
Not every day, yeah. At least 3 days a week.
3 days a week. Okay, sounds good. Mate, that was brilliant. The last 2-3 tips, I'll let you go, I promise.
No, you're right. Go for it.
This one is more for buyers. They love the area. They want to get a terrace. This is stuff that I hear on the phone all the time. They want to buy a terrace in Paddington or even apartment. Yeah. What is the tip that you would give to buyers? They want to buy right now, but they may be waiting until September, maybe waiting until January. For people they don't know. Yeah. Okay, what would you say is a tip for people that they want to buy but they're not sure?
Look, I think all buyers go through, and you probably know this, a research phase to begin.
Yes.
And then they slowly, once they've got their finances approved or know what direction or which area they want to buy in, then they move more into what we would call like a warm buyer.
Yeah.
And then once they start bidding and doing all those things, making offers, then they're a hot buyer. But I think if I was looking at the market now or looking to enter it, look, depending on how much time you've got, if you've got the time, then I'd reach out to the agents, that you see that are predominantly most active in those areas.
Yeah.
And just let them know that you're pretty keen, your finances are approved, you're ready to go. This is my price range. Anything you got, please let me know.
Yeah.
If you don't have a lot of time to kind of do those things, then buyers agents can be very, very helpful in those situations. If you're a busy individual and you don't have the time to invest in weeding through the listings each week, then there is value, I think, in employing someone.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate that.
But yeah, that would be where I would start, and try and see as much as you can as quickly as you can, because it's the only way you get your eye in on the market.
Yeah.
So even if there's nothing in your price range that week, maybe see what's slightly above and what's slightly below your price range to get a read on where you should be putting your bids in.
Yeah. Nice.
That will help you.
I like that. From a vendor's point of view, they want to sell, they're not sure. Should I wait this? Should I wait that? Oh, interest rates are going down. Oh, in January we got the new first home buyer, blah, blah, blah. These probably, you hear this more than me because into the vendor's side. What is a tip they would give from a vendor who wants to sell, but they're not sure the timing?
Yeah. Look, I do judge it on an individual basis, and I know this is probably not going to help you give you a broad answer, but I do judge it on an individual basis. Like a lady just the other day, I told her it's not the right time for her to sell. And there's reasons behind that. But again, that's because I see this as a long game, right? And several other agents told her, you should be going now, don't wait, blah, 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 all the reasons, try and fix it. But I point blank said, look, I've x-rayed the market, and what you need to get out, I can't sit here and stare you in the eye and say that it's going to happen, because I think you're going to waste that marketing money. We're going to go to the market and you could potentially not hit the number that, so there's probably a high probability that you won't.
Right.
Now, I guess vendors, that it depends on the need. Is there a need to say, if they're growing out of their house, then don't try and time the market. Like I think there's certain ebbs and flows. Like obviously spring's always more listings, so there's always going to be more choice. But then you think, okay, well, what is the benefit of selling in spring? If there's more competition, the buyer pool will disperse a little bit. Do I go a little bit earlier? Look, there's always going to be a reason should and shouldn't do something. So I do judge that a little bit on an individual basis, case by case.
Nice. Okay. So if you need to sell. Timing the market is a case by case situation. And the last one is, of course, nobody has the crystal ball, but I would love to hear your feedback regards where is the area, what is happening, Paddington, Woollahra, even from the growth point of view, or where do you think is going, the area?
Look, I think it's going to continue to grow consistently. I don't think we're going to see the spikes that we saw post-COVID. Like, I think that was a rare occurrence, and obviously low interest rates and things like that. Like obviously everyone's now, because I don't know if you saw the Fin Review put out that unemployment's gone up 4.3%. So they're pretty clear now that August is going to cut rates based on some other data, etc. But so I do think Paddington and Woollahra will continue to show steady growth over time. Look, at the top end, the interest rates don't really move the needle really that much. But that's true. The reality. Like, I think if you're in an area where there's a high, everyone's on 80% LVRs, then that's a little bit of a different, assistance, because that adds more to their budgets. But in our case, I don't think that will really move the needle. It gives people confidence, if anything. It does give people confidence.
Got it. Mark, thank you so much for making time. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for this. If people want to contact you, work with you, sell with you, buy with you, where people can find you?
Yeah, they can reach me either via mobile or via email or on Instagram. And, happy to have a chat with them.
Okay. So just type in his name on Google, Mark Lowe. He's got Instagram, website, everything. Who is in your team that help you with all the contact?
Yeah, so I've got a good team. Obviously, Amanda Cook, who does
Amanda,
my business manager, and Shauna Shapiro, who's a gun.
Very good. Mark, thank you so much for coming in, mate. Appreciate you. Thank you, man.
Cheers.
This is general advice and does not take into account your objectives, situations, or needs. You should consider if this advice is suitable to you and your personal circumstances. Please read any applicable PDS beforehand.